Welcome to week one of the Fittest experience. So today I'm doing a track workout. I had a morning workout, doing some more CrossFit weightlifting stuff, and I like to kind of mix up my training a little bit so I'm not doing the same monotonous things over and over and over again. In this instance, I'll be running, so in hopes of getting out of the gym, freshening some things up, keeping things very lively, because I will be hammering away for hours and hours and hours in the gym as we have the Fittest experience in late January coming up. This gives me about 8 weeks of training. This is just something I'm going to incorporate now because there's probably going to be some type of event at Texas or something that involves some capacity of running. So today we are doing 2x 1,000 meter, 800 meter, 600 meter, 400 meter, 200 meter repeats with some varied rest in between. So the goal of this is to just kind of get a good output. There's not really any time domains I'm trying to hit, just move, feel good, and not die. So another part of this too is every holiday season, whether it's Thanksgiving and Christmas, my wife and I, we flip with the families where we spend. And this year it falls on Christmas. So I always do a holiday half marathon. I run 13 miles just for the fun of it. And this year it falls on Christmas. So I will train about 3 to 4 weeks before that, just so I don't die when I run the half and I can function the next few days. Where one year I didn't train at all, I just ran it, and I was jacked up for like a good 2 weeks. So to prevent that from happening, I just do like a nice 3 to 4 week lead up, build up, and this is week 2 of that. So I'm gonna get right to it. Thank you guys again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. So on here I have my workout already programmed out. It is week 1, well, week 2. It should say workout 1, holiday half track workout. So we're gonna go do that. So one of the beautiful things, well, not one of the beautiful things, but I guess one of the things you can understand with health and fitness and nutrition is timing of nutrition, type of nutrition, and what kind of performance or activity you're gonna do. So right now, I'm probably running about 7 miles. I ate a very small meal of 3 to 4 eggs plus like half a cup of oatmeal, whereas typically at this time of the day, when I'm done a very long training session, I would have eaten pot roast, rice, some avocado, and that's like super heavy. It takes a lot to digest and a big quantity of it too. So I made a smaller portion, a smaller meal, made a selection of items that are a lot more digestible. I added some honey in with the oatmeal too to get some extra carbs in. So I'm fueled, I'm ready, but it's not so heavy that I'm too busy digesting it, and my body actually has the fuel digested, it's cleared through my system, it's all in my muscles, and I'm ready to go. Versus that pot roast and rice would still be sitting in my stomach, and I probably wouldn't be feeling too good right now. So about a minute rest, I'm gonna walk around a little bit, take a few sips of water, and then we really get into the meat of this workout. So 1 interval down. First 1K was done in about, I don't even know how long. I know my pace was around 7 minutes. But one of the things I'm looking at here too is my heart rate, which this Garmin Forerunner 245, it has a pretty good reading on it. I don't know how accurate it is, I definitely need a chest strap, but one of the things I'm focused on here is my breath, my cadence, my step, positioning, not letting everything kind of get wonky. The track's nice. I totally forgot how much I love to run. Like, I'm pumped up that first 1K. It's a 3-minute rest, and I'm gonna do it again. And what I'm doing to make sure there's no imbalances developing is I'm running 1 lap one direction and run 1 lap the other direction. So that's my main focus. Again, just progressively get a little bit faster as the distances go down. Not sprinting by any means, but first lap was at like a 7-minute. I'll probably hold that around the same pace for this one. And then as I get into the 8s, 6s, 4s, and 2s, I will progressively get faster, probably about 10 to 15 seconds per mile pace faster. So I really do. I'm enjoying this. 1,000 meters in. I'm happy. All right, second 1K is down. Now we move into the 2x8s. And instead of a 3-minute rest in between sets, we're gonna kick off about 30 seconds. So it's gonna be an 800 meter run into a 2.5-minute rest. So with this too, something that I haven't done in a while, and this is good programming for yourself to adjust and understand rest intervals, relative intensity for the person, is I would caution on the side of more rest between sets or in a workout or whatever volume you're doing. If it's something you haven't done in a while, lower the intensity, lower the volume, and increase rest between sets just to make sure your body comes down. I felt very rested before my second 1K and I actually came out way hotter than I probably should have. for the first 400, I was running at like a 6:30, and I checked my watch, and I'm like, I gotta cool it down. But my heart rate was still in that relative zone where I think it's like a zone 3, or it's like 145, 155 beats per minute. So as long as I stay in that zone, at least for the next 800s, even the 6s, I probably won't want to go into the zone 4 until the 2x4 and then the 2x200. So that's the plan there. I'm gonna take the next minute, 15 seconds to kind of walk around and get prepped. So let's go do that. Definitely had to fight a lot more for a 645, 650 pace than I wanted to. So we backed it down just to a 7 flat, just like we did with the 1K. I just don't want my heart rate going up too much. Trying to stay in the high end of that zone 3. My heart rate got up to like 155, 160. So it's about to enter that zone 4, and I just don't want that happening right now until we enter into the 400 meter range to the 200. So keeping things smooth, monitoring, staying to the plan, and not getting ahead of myself and trying to burn out before the workout's even halfway over. So we have one more 800 small sips of water. One of the things too is I just like to put a little water swish around and then spit it right back out. I don't drink all of it because I don't want that sloshing around in my stomach. So it's literally just kind of get the palate wet, get rid of it, and get ready to run again. So 30 seconds, 800 meter, number 2. So we're feeling super fit right now. Weird. So the first 800 did not feel spectacular. I don't even know if you can see me in the camera, but the first 800 did not feel spectacular. That one felt way better, and I was holding an easy 640, 645 pace, 645 per mile pace on that one, and cruised and clipped through it pretty good. Very happy with where my body's at fitness wise, feeling really good. Responding really well to each rest interval. One of the metrics I'm looking at right now is 1, how do I personally feel? And number 2, what's my heart rate showing? And right now when I finished that interval, I was at a 160, 155, just peaking and touching that 4th zone 4 threshold area. And right now I'm at a 113 heart rate. So you can see that. There we go, 112. So right when I start this next lap in about 45 seconds, which is the 600 meter, I will probably be right around 100, if not less. So feeling fit, feeling good, very happy with, again, how I'm responding to this session so far. All right, first 600 down. Try to hold that same pace we did for the 800, around a 640, 645 pace. We were right around that. I think at one point I did drop back to a 7, but for the majority of that, it was about a 640, 645 pace. So the intervals are getting much quicker. The rest period's getting much shorter. So I will not be able to talk as much because I will be a little more out of breath as we get to the final third of this workout. So about 45 seconds, and we're getting right into it. All right, so second 600 is down. All we have left is 2 by 400 meters and 2 by 200 meters. We have about a minute left. Recovery wise, overall feeling pretty good. Keeping that ascend, keeping again a heart rate between 155 and 160, but now that we're in the 400s, we're gonna start opening that up into the zone 4 threshold. It's a much shorter distance, and so the intensity will not completely burn me out, but the increased intensity is needed for a good cardio stimulus that is different than just running the 1K, the 800, and the 600. We ran that 400 much harder than I thought I was going to, and again, with the heart rate, I don't know how accurate this is, but it was at like 154. My heart rate feels like it's going much faster. But again, that's why we increased intensity, because maybe my heart, it just wasn't a long enough stimulus to get it up there. So we'll run the second 400 even harder and see what that does. But it may just not have time to register, but I guess that's what the watch is reading. So minute and a half rest. We're gonna go into this one, and then we have 2 200s, and we're wrapping up the evening. Same result. Heart rate only got to like 145, but I feel like it should be higher, but I guess it's just my lungs breathing heavy. So now we have a 2 by 200. So I'm not gonna come back clearly after the first, because I'm not gonna turn around at the 100. So I'm just gonna run 200, rest for a minute, and then I'll be back here to break that down. But I'm just gonna kind of go
kind of like, I wouldn't say an all-out sprint, but I'm gonna run pretty hard and see what I can clip off pace-wise. This time, not really worried about heart rate, so pacing will be my gauge for that one. I got 15 seconds. So the 2x200 paces was a 5:50 on the first one, and then on the second one, after a 1 minute rest, was like a 4:35, 4:40 pace. So I'm not fast, but I can run moderately fast for a decent time, and I'm pretty happy with that. So I got 10 seconds and do a 5 minute cool down, and then I'm done. I'm out of here. Good session. So I'm in the last like 2.5 minutes of my cool down, and I know potato quality camera right now, but please listen to the audio. I am very blessed for each and every one of you guys that support my stuff. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. It means the world. I put in a lot of effort in the things that I do in my day-to-day, and I'm sorry, I just don't have the bandwidth and ability. Well, I do, I'm just making excuses, but I just don't put out enough content to have you guys keep up with everything that I do. So when I do make stuff and you guys support it, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm very blessed, I'm very thankful. It's moments like these, after a workout or after a long week or a long day, where I can take these idle times and just reflect. I'm so thankful for the body that God gave me, the abilities. I'm thankful for this country and thankful for you guys. I'm just thankful for so much. Like, life is so short and it is so hard, but we can find these times where life is beautiful and awesome. And I'm just riding off this runner's high right now. I forgot how much I love to run. And I'm so thankful for this time and ability. It's December 2nd, 2023. It's beautiful. And I'm at one of the local high schools, just logging miles, man. And I'm excited to see some of the stats. I am a big numbers guy. I looking at paces and see, you know, maybe this carries over or correlates into some other event, such as the Fittest experience, or whenever I run a marathon or what have you. But this is like just a small step. But I'm just kind of airing out ideas right now. I just felt the need to get on camera and say that. So as we come to the tail end of this cool down, I want to say thank you again, because I do appreciate y'all. Like, we're coming to a really big milestone, which is the Fittest experience. So once a week, we'll be documenting this stuff, keeping you guys along with me. So welcome to week 1 of the Fittest experience. Thank you guys for tagging along. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you. Bye. As always, peace. Much love.